Well, I'm going to put a list of the videos I'm going to talk about in a little bit. Okay, so it's in the description, and it's a download. It's a Google Doc. The Google Doc. That's like, it sounds like a cartoon character. Here he is, Google Doc. I don't know what. It's You gotta have fun if you want to live in this life. If you take this shit so seriously, it beats you up so much. You're gonna get beat up anyway, so you might as well have fun getting beat up. Because that's gonna happen, right? And nobody's got an inside stuff to this. Just try as much as you can. But what I'm trying to do is show you there are problems in life, and most of them are financial that we have, and that people worry about. And oh, Charity, were you on live a little while ago? I was going to go live on Let's Go Help too, but it was busy. You guys are busy, so that's why I just said, well, I'll do it some other time. Because I think, Charity, you guys are more important to members than I am, because even though I've been studying it 10 years or 50 years, it's more important that they hear from people like you who haven't and still was able to be successful. And that's why I think helping members is probably our best thing that we have. And so I appreciate you doing that. And who else we have? I'm coming up in an hour. Oh, you're going to do this. Okay. Well, I have in the link here, give everybody this link because I got a lot of good stuff in here. But it's it's fun, and I'm so happy that I could have fun doing this, and at least for the rest of my life, at least that long. Maybe I'll, who knows what's after that. Maybe I'll, in hell, there must be a lot of people that need grant money. So if I wind up there, I go, oh, you and Tammy, that's terrific. Actually, today in this list I have here, Charity, there's a bunch of Minnesota stuff that I have. So keep an eye out. Well, let me go through the list here. Now, again, first of all, what the two things I want to talk about is I talked about today that I want everybody to know about. And let me get the links so I make sure you have these because they're important. I won't be there, Matthew. Oh, you won't be there. No, I won't. No, that's I do the early bird special one, the seniors discount. Let's see, where are these things here? Oh no, it's not there. Come on, where is it? What'd you do with it? Oh, you must have put it somewhere. You must have been a beautiful baby. Well, actually, it's one thing I talked about earlier today. I want you to know about it is student loan debt. If you have student loan debt, there is so much money and help available for student loan debt. I mean, I'm trying to find a sheet of paper. I had my cheat sheet on it. But I did a video earlier today, and make sure you go to studentaid.gov because Biden has just forgiven like 7 million people got their loans forgiven. And you have to they're trying to find people, but they don't find them all. And they want to forgive a lot of student loans. And also, there's a whole bunch of, I think about 4 million people are going to just get their payments down to zero. So in other words, you pay zero payments. And then after a couple of years, I don't know how many, 10 years or more of payments, then they forgive it all. So you won't have to pay your student loans anymore. Okay. And so, I mean, that's a terrific item, I think. How would you know about it? Let's see, okay, here, I think I got it. House rebates. Okay, yeah, here's the student loans, okay? I'm gonna put both of these in the description here for the student loan rebates, the student loan forgiveness, and for the new grants that are coming up for buying appliances, okay? $14,000 worth of grants for you to buy appliances. let's see now, I gotta find out the real play. Okay, so I'm gonna put it below the link that I just put in there. And you wanna go to studentaid.gov. And when you go to studentaid.gov, there's two things you wanna look at. One is for, let's get over there and I'll take a look. Studentaid.gov. You go to studentaid.gov, and then you look for loan payment. Under loan payment, they have something called income-driven repayment plans. Income-driven repayment plans. Make sure you go to there and sign up for the income-driven repayment plans, okay? Because that's where you can get it down to 0 payments. I mean, if you're a millionaire, that's not gonna happen. But if you're not, then you can get that down to, as low as, I mean, they get like 3-4 million people are just paying 0% monthly. $0, that's it. They send you a bill for 0. Oh, I'll pay that. And that's easy. And then it's forgiven. I mean, he's forgiven more student loans, like $144 billion. And that's $144 billion that he's forgiven in student loans. Okay, you know what that's like? The NIH, National Institute of Health, that spends all the money researching all the diseases in this country. That's 3 times the budget of NIH. It's like double the budget of NASA. You know, this is how much student loans that are being forgiven. I mean, it's just an incredible amount. And I got all that information. I have a separate video on it, but also look at here in the bottom, and I have the listing, and also I have my chat, my AI. I went to AI and said, hey, how big, give me something to say that $144 billion is as big as what? Not as big as the Defense Department, but it's as big as NASA, and 2 or 3 times as big as the National Institute of Health. And so that's the kind of thing. And that's why the important, when somebody says a billion, people will hear million. Yeah, I don't know the difference between a million or billion. I just know it's a lot of money I'll never see. What the hell do I care? But I think if you stack a dollar bill on top of each other, and I forget what it is. It's like you're going to reach the moon for $1 billion or something like that. I mean, it's just stupid kind of money, but it's real money, and that's important to know that. Okay, the other thing that I put in here that you want to know about is the money for grant money for buying appliances. That's going to be $14,000, and they're just starting to get the money out there. Some states have it, some do not. But if you go in the description there, you'll see under White House gives you $14,000 in rebates and cash to buy appliances. And what is there is a listing of energy rebates, okay? In other words, there's a link. You have to go to this website to find your state Department of Energy. So if you go to energy.gov/save and then rebates, okay? I'm gonna put that in here to see if that works, to make sure. Energy.gov. Gov. No, it's dot, not comma. Gov/rebates. I don't know how to spell. Okay. Oh, save rebates. That's what it is. I forgot the word save. So energy.gov/save/rebates. Okay. And you go there, and that will. Let me get. Yeah, then you got a state-by-state listing there, and you go to your state Department of Energy and find out when the rebate program. It may start this summer. So you want to know ahead of time, because this is going to be a limited amount of money. And so if it's limited, that means that it's not for everybody maybe. So you got to be there first so you get it, okay? And that's the important thing, is that you get this stuff. Because it is there for everybody, and income generated, but the income goes up to like $226,000. It depends on where you live, but you can get a 50% discount on it. You get the whole money if you make up to $120,000. $120,000. I mean, that's what they consider poor now in our country. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to figure out why they do this stuff. I'm just showing you they're doing it, and you should take advantage of it because it's there. And the rich people will do it. They'll be in there. So everybody making $200,000 is going to take it because they're at least going to get $7,000 or $6,000 or whatever that is. And that's important to know. And you should do this. Don't put it off because it's going to creep up on you and you'll forget. And that's why you don't want to forget. You want to take advantage of it. Okay, what do we have here? I don't see that. Oh, okay. We have any questions here? He is a soul kisser. Oh, is that 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Pacific time? Yes, if that's to talk with Charity and tonight, yeah, that's Eastern Standard Time is 11. Okay, Charity, 8 p.m. Oh, I see. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're right. But you knew that. How can I use for home repair? Can you use it for home repair? Yes, you can. But it's really it would be for energy home repair. It would be for electrical boxes, stuff like that. But for more information on getting grants for home repair, a good place to go is findhelp.org. If you go to findhelp.org and then you get you put in your zip code, and then when you put in your zip code, then you put home repair. Now, I'm going to put it for me, okay? I live in a zip code. Let me go to findhelp.org, okay? Put in my zip code, 20009, okay? That comes up, and then I put home repair. Okay, and what do I got? How many programs do you think for home repair for where I live? How many? Anybody tell me how many? Write a number in there, somebody in the chat, okay? How many programs for free home repair, free grants, free home repair? How many programs do you think there are in my zip code? Programs in my zip code. I live in Washington, D.C., 20009. Okay, give up? I guess you didn't even start. Nobody tried it. There's 215 programs. 215 programs. See, I just told you about one, but the one I told you about is a national program. Local programs, 215 programs. That's why it's just amazing that people don't know that, don't know the wealth of help that's out there for them. And every one of those programs is by a nonprofit organization or a government office that either gives you money or free services. They're not going to ask you for money, none of them. So you have 215 sources of free money and help for home repair, and it won't cost you a dime. Now you have to go through them, 320, 110. Oh, I see. Oh, we got some numbers. Yeah. Well, somebody was close. 120 is pretty good. 325 is good. 320 is even better. 215. Well, thank you for doing that. 725. I mean, I would have thought 25 myself. That sounds like a reasonable number, and I've been studying this for 50 years. So, that's why you don't know. Don't trust anybody that tells you the truth about something because they don't really know. They're guessing. And particularly something like government grants is so big, so many. There are millions and millions of programs. There's no simple rule for everyone. And that's the simple rule is it's not what you think it is. That's a simple rule. So you got to go out and talk to the people who give the money. Don't talk to people like me. Don't talk to anybody on the internet or whatever. Stay away from Google. Love you, Dwayne. And stay away from Google and go right to the horse's mouth. You want to find people that give money for your problem. And now, even if you don't fit their category of money they're going to give to, that's okay, because you ask them who else, and they're in a better position to find out who else could help you than anybody. So really, you have to be real lucky to get money by just making going to one website and filling out a form. That's lucky, or it's so easy that everybody's doing it, and there's no more money. and, and, and what hurts about that, I mean, I'd like it to be that way. You would like it to be that way. But the reality is that it's not. And the reality is that there's so much money sitting there. Like one of the first things I have in my list, that you download this list, I have in the description, the local government is returning $490,000 in rental grants back to Washington because they didn't get enough application. Now, this is in Arkansas. So you think $500,000 in Arkansas for grants in one county, and they had to give it back because not enough people apply. I mean, I'm sure Arkansas is loaded with them. People are being evicted left and right. More evictions now than even before the pandemic. So people can't afford this rent. Now, why are these government programs giving their money back to the government because they can't give it out? Now, that means I'm not doing my job. It really means to me is I got to work harder at it. Hey, you're the grants guy. Well, thank you. But it's just it's astounding. And to me, I know all these people out there who need it in Arkansas are hurting. They worry about, they can't pay. What's going to happen to me, my family? Going to be out in the street? All this, yeah. And they go around in their circles, in their mind, and they don't sleep at night, and it makes them live a less healthy life and probably die earlier than they should because of that stress. And that's why if I could get into as many people as possible to explain the alternatives to solve your financial problems, I mean, that is something I feel is worth my time every second. And the more seconds and time I do this, is the more people I could possibly reach to help show them what may be available. But remember, on your side, on any grants are located in another city. Yes, but they're not said that way. That's the problem. Actually, there's a website, I forget offhand, but if you remember, we have it, on moving expenses, that there are other cities that will pay you money to move there. How do you like that? That's right. I mean, there's like 100 cities now or whatever. In the United States, they'll pay you to move there. Actually, there's cities over in Europe that'll give you a free house. People need people. and that's what's important. Remember that I have something, if you remember, ask for a copy of the Meta Grant Report. It's the Lesko Meta Grant Report. Meta, M-E-T-A, sort of like Facebook. And that like a 80-page document, but by subject. You're looking for money for a car. You're looking for money for anything. I got a subject, and then the best sources to start for any of those things. How do you have to pay the fee? I tried to apply, and they said they wanted $39.95. Well, $39.95 is like for a certain. It's $20 a month on Lesko.com, but we're changing our credit card processor because the last guy kicked us off, which I don't know why, and I'm really pissed off at that. And it's disrupting us a lot and losing a lot of sales. But we have various programs. You could pay for 6 months or a year or whatever. The basic charge is $20 for a month, and that's at LescoHelp.com. And like I say, that thing has been a little funky the last couple of days because we had to, get all these credit cards, the other database, and it's a nightmare. And the people who dropped us gave us 2 weeks to figure it out. Man, that's like setting up, healthcare.gov in 2 weeks. You just can't. So we're running around in circles a lot. We're screwing it up. And I saw you on Tom Green. Wow. That's a while ago. I remember my son saw me on that too. He was living in Los Angeles, And he did it out of his home, streaming. That's streaming long time ago. What before streaming was streaming. I'm streaming of a white Christmas. uh, but it's where was I? Tom Green. That was funny. Yeah. What movies have you been in? None. I think somebody ran my commercials in a movie, my infomercials, yeah. Or everybody talks about doing it, and they're all full of hot air, and nothing really happens. It doesn't matter. I'm not here to be a celebrity. I use it to get media so I can educate. And that's when I first started this, I was, I would get, there were talk shows all over, and that's how you sold books, trying to get on talk shows. And I realized quickly that talk shows didn't care what you said, it was how you say. So you act like an asshole, like I like doing, they'll put you on a talk show. Ask Donald Trump. He does the same thing. I'm on SSI. Is that a plus or a minus? It doesn't matter. There's so many programs out there. It depends on the program. So you just get out there and look for things. Now, some of them may affect your SSI. So you have to just, when you find a grant you want to apply for, check to see if that is going to affect your SSI. And the people giving out the grant would know that. If they don't, you call SSI, the local office, and make sure. And if the local office can't give you an answer, you call your elected official. They'll get a right answer for you. Bruce, I'm from, we got some Minnesota grants in here I want to tell you about. Okay, here's an emergency application for grants. It takes only 10 minutes to do. And this is charity. This is in Minnesota. Emergency assistance, okay? It's all over the state. The link I have is for one of the counties, I think. And it's $1,500 emergency assistance grant. And the application is just fill in the blanks. It's very easy, and they have a whole bunch of other things. So if you look under emergency assistance in Minnesota, and make sure every place you go to is a .gov or maybe a .org. Don't go to any .coms. It's just somebody that's trying to sucker you in to get money from you. Okay, the people who are .govs and .orgs don't need money from you because they already have their money. They're not in business to get money from you. I have not been able to apply for the $15,000 auto grant. No link available. Well, I'm sure there is. I'm not sure where you're looking. But if it's, let's see, and Let's Go Help 2, that's what most of us use, but it should be in both. On Facebook also. Apply to Let's Go Grant. Okay. Let's Go Monthly, Let's Go Rent, Let's Go Repair, 15 grand. Yeah, I see it. April 15th, $15,000 Let's Go Car Repair Grant. It's there on Let's Go Help 2. And yeah, I guess we just passed the last one, don't we? No. No, we had the 20th. That was we have them every month. So I don't know. Maybe you're in Facebook, and I don't use that much anymore, so it's a little troubling to find it. Ask a question. Ask anybody. There you go to the question corner in Let's Go Help 2, or on Facebook, just start a new discussion and put, where is the grant application for the car grant, okay? And we'll get it to you. If nobody applies, that's not good. We want people to apply. We want to give them the money. Actually, there's a lot of people who don't even pick up the money. I mean, I can't get over that. There's actually people that apply, and we pick the winners, and there's about 10% or more that just don't come back and pick up their money. We try to contact them hundreds of times or whatever, and we still can't get them to pick up the money. David Lynch of the David Lynch of well, that's the film guy. Oh, uh, that's impressive. Are you a WW3 veteran? Uh, well, Vietnam veteran. If that's WW3, I'm not sure. Investing in your future now. Okay, I was on Facebook. Thank you again. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. Yeah, when you belong to one, you belong to both. So you only for $20 you get free access to everything both. But it's also on Facebook. It's safer to put a question there because we make sure we answer all those. It's hard to make sure we answer the questions on Facebook too. So we may miss it, so ask it again. If we don't hear from a day or two, you just ask again. Bruce, Charity could not guide me to where to look for a business. I need a grant. Charity, could you guide me? Yes, Charity can. And she'll tell you to use the Let's Go Meta Grants report and to go to item number 5 in the Let's Go Meta Grant report, and you'll see that the people how to find mentors. See, what you want to do is find free mentors in your state that help you for free to start or expand a business, okay? Did you receive my payment this month? Don't know, Teresa. We are so screwed up this month. But if you have any problems with that, you want to contact Magic. Oh, why I lost that now. How did I lose that? I clicked something and it did, okay. So Magic Mary email at Lesco help at gmail.com. Okay. Is there anything for a 60-year-old man that wants to start a farm? Yes, yes, Mario. It doesn't matter. Look, I'm 80. I'll be 81 soon. And I figure I got at least 10 more years. And I started this just a few years ago. And I'm going to keep, doing stuff to keep me out of trouble. If you help other people, you can stay out of trouble a lot easier that way. And that's what's important. So Mario, what you want to do is the rural development people have so much money for this. They want farmers. We need more people growing stuff in this country, and they're going to help you. And the best way to find them is your county cooperative. County Cooperative Extension Service, or go to findhelp.org and ask for it there, okay? Or if you're a member of Let's Go Help, it's again in the Let's Go Meta Grant report. It's item number 5, and you'll see 500 programs there. And there's a special report there too, just for starting a business in a rural area or farming or ranching and things like that, because we're putting a lot of money into that. The government is. Indiana is a rough state to find stuff. Every state is, David, because we're not trained on how to find stuff. Yeah, we're trained to use Google. Amy Ying Ma, oh my goodness, this young woman is just one of the most incredible new citizens in our country. She is, she's a recent immigrant who takes care of her family, both older than her, younger than her, and the same age as her. She's a one-man family hero who is just amazing. And it's wonderful that people like that are here in our country. And that's why I feel when people are against immigrants, sure, there's some bad immigrants, and I'll probably show you a lot more bad citizens than immigrants. We're all immigrants. My grandparents came over and to work in the coal mines, and then the next generation, didn't go to college, but then they got better jobs and sent my generation to college. And that's what I see, that new immigrants do the same thing. They work like hell to send their kids to college to get a better education. and do where too. Me and my son found my mother's book of yours. Wow, inside the first, and no, wow. Well, I've written 100 books. And most of them haven't sold. I only made only 10 of them made money. The rest didn't make money. I saw. We are all immigrants unless you are a native. That's right, unless you're an American Indian, right? You're the only. Oh, there was another nicer name for immigrants. Smiley? No, she can't remember. I forget it. It's like visitors or oh, it's a nicer name, and it is important, I think, because immigrant could sound condescending, and that's stupid. They're just, I mean, we're all human, you know, that's what it's all about. And we all struggle here in one way or another, and that's why if we're here to help other people, then that alleviates some of this, the pain that we all have to live through. So I think what our obligation is to somehow help others in their pain or just whatever is happening bad to them. And then that's either bring them joy or somehow stop the pain. And I think that's what we all as humans can do, you know, and have an obligation to do. But that's a biased opinion. I'm sure I didn't think like that at 30 or 40. but at 80, I feel, man, that seems like pretty logical to me. And I don't know how to not have that feeling. And also I see as I get older, the more I give like that, the more my heart grows. And if my heart grows, then that's the other muscles I have can't grow anymore. They're just going to get slower. It's only downhill. There's no more uphill. Like when you're young, you get more muscles and faster. And, nah, that's over. So it's just trying to stay alive. But you can grow your heart, you know, and you can love harder. And that's what I think is more important than anything else, because that's something you can keep growing, no matter who you are, no matter how old you are, whatever. And also indigenous. No, it's another word. I forget what it is, Charity. I'll think of it later because Smiley knows it because we came across it the other day. And that's important. Well, let me go through some of these things because this is the last list I put in the description below, okay? Okay, grandparents can get paid for childcare. Grandparents, they don't have children, they have their children's children, and they can get paid to care for them because they maybe have a problem, you know, whatever, or a relative. It's that called kin, K-I-N. That's, you know, a relative that takes care of somebody else. There's more states doing that, and Michigan has a program now that gives, you know, the parents can't take care of the children because there's too many problems they have in their life. So the grandparents, so they're going to pay the grandparents to do that, or the uncles, or the aunts, and things like that. So now it's not in every state, but there's other kinds of things like that. Now to find things like that for as a caregiver or being like Miss Ma is taking care of her mother, who's older than me, you know, and her daughter, and she's a caregiver. And there's a county programs that helps her with that. And to find those kinds of things, you go to childcareaware.org, and it's all kinds of care. You're taking care of elderly or somebody with a disability and things like that. It is all available. And that's childcareaware.org. Okay, so that's government pays grandparents, uncles, aunts, and other kin to get paid for childcare, taking care of somebody, okay? That's it. I mean, half of our life, I think, we're taking care of people. Marilyn, love my glasses, right? You know, I got these in China. You know, here, they'd cost me $400 or $500 I was paying. Now, I get these, there's like $100. And it's great. Hey, buddy, looks like I hope take advantage of your grant book by 2025. 24 is clean up my credit year. Okay, if you want to clean up your credit, here, do this. Go to HUD.gov, HUD, maybe I can put that, HUD.gov/counseling. Okay, hud.gov/counseling. And make an appointment with a counselor, help you get your credit card, because they can negotiate with the people you owe money for and help you lower that money, help you show money programs too to get rid of that. And if you remember, look at item number 3 in the Let's Go Grant report. And if you go there in item number 3, then you'll see a step-by-step on how to get grants for living expenses, how to pay for your rent, how to pay for your mortgage, how to pay for utilities, all the stuff that we get hit with every day, okay? You look like an angel. Yeah, I know how you like that, huh? That's sort of like for a dinner table, and then my office here in our apartment is really could have been a eating area. And we redid the thing and put that light up there. We didn't know what it would look like. I didn't even think about it. Then when I started doing the videos, oh my God, that made me look like a little saint. And I think I'm known more as a little devil than a saint, but it looks good on camera. Help buying cheap home, first time home buyer. Yes, Ruby. Okay, if you remember, go to Let's Go Grant report and look at item number 8. Item number 8 in the Let's Go Grant report is there's 7 organizations that you should contact for buying a home. And these are all nonprofit organizations that have money for buying a home, fixing up a home, anything to do with homes. And they're nonprofit. See, if you're going to go to Google, you're just going to, people want to sell you money and sell you homes, and because they make a commission out of it. These 7 organizations make commission on nothing, and they know what you need as a lower income, middle income, or whatever. As a millionaire, you probably don't need them, okay? Special need grant. Yes, Marilyn, if you remember, we have a report, a state-by-state report for people with disabilities. So you get that report, you download for your state or every state, and if you remember if that state-by-state or even anything you find from us, please share with other people, even if they're not members. I don't care. This is something everybody should know about, and I want you to feel the joy of giving and helping other people too, because that's the nicest feeling in the world. So if you take this information and could help somebody else, then that will grow your heart, and they'll realize, hey, there's nice people in this world, even though there's a bunch of assholes too, but they're all nice, some nice people also, and that's important. Special needs grants, yes, and every disability.gov, I think, is another good, the government has something, and we have all this stuff in the Let's Go Grant report, but if you need some sources to start. See, what the thing, I guess it's not unless I spelled disability. Disability.gov. I guess it's not disability. Not ADA. Government website. Why isn't it that? Boy. Okay. No, there's a special. I got it. Okay, so you get Let's Go Grant report, or another good place. Every state has an office of people with disabilities, and so see what they have to. But you can't stop when you see one source, or you go one state or anything, and you think you have it all. You don't. You have just a fraction of it. So there's nowhere near. What's Elton John like? He has a hell of a lot bigger closet than I do. I remember seeing a video of that somewhere. And that was amazing. Absolutely will. We'll post. on Facebook. Yeah, and share it with anybody you know, please, because to me it's like oil on the ground. You know, if you don't dig it and use it, man, it's just wasted. This is energy. This is help. This is a way to do something better in life. A way to solve a problem that keeps you up at night. And that's, we have nothing better to do in each of our lives is to help somebody else with those kinds of problems. Indiana has beads waiver for some special need. Yes, there's all kinds of things. Love the colors and and you can follow me. Where do I follow you? Just be happy. Hey, where are you following? How do I follow you? I can't even follow me. I forget what the fuck I do. And get so in trouble all the time. But it's life could be what you make it, and that's why, you know, you could get through this thing miserable, or you could get through it having some fun, but you got to do it because nobody's going to throw a party for you. That's what I started doing this for. Shit, nobody's going to throw a party. I got to throw my own party every day. And I dress like this, and I go down the street, and people smile at me. Man, I don't get that at home. So, and now people smile by that. It's great. So it makes people happy. And God, to me, that's almost like a responsibility. Man, I could wear this and make you happy today. Man, what else is better to do? And that is just a remarkable, easy thing for anyone to do. And that's why I'm going to do it. Smiley, what's that word for immigrants we thought? Oh.
Newcomers.
Oh, newcomers, that's it. Newcomers, why am I going? So that's right, they're not immigrants, they're just newcomers, right? Yeah, that's the word, newcomers, right? Is that a nicer word? You're a newcomer. Amy's a newcomer. If you have a party, I want to go. I'm having one right now. Do you like it, Marilyn? That's what it is. Or maybe you're a newcomer here. But it's so important, and it's important to try. It's so easy to get discouraged. People are so negative out there to discourage everything, and you just have to follow your heart more, and have belief that there are nice people out there, and that you can find them if you find enough. I mean, it's like getting a job or anything. You don't go to one place and say, "Hey, are you hiring?" And if they say no, then you don't say nobody's hiring. No, you go to the next place, the next place. So it's like this for grants or for help, and people out there to help you, but you have to find them, and it may be a little more than you signed up for. And I think I'm in part responsible for that, because the way I tell people about this, they think it's real easy maybe, and they're not willing to put in the extra effort that it may take. I mean, people will call me a scam because I talk about things that aren't there. Everything I talk about is there. That's stupid when they say it, but they didn't get it. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you it's there. There's stuff like that there, and you have to see if you can get it. I mean, there's no guarantees in life. I cannot guarantee anybody will get the money. I can't. I don't give out the money. I know people are going to get my money that I give out, and that's important. But what the government does or somebody else does, I can't. I can show you, hey, they're giving out money for this. Here's the places that give out money for what you need, okay? If you get it or not, it's up to you. And you have to do that. Love the drip. What's the drip? What does that mean, Nana? Am I drooling? At my age, I worry if I got a hole in my chin and I'm drooling somewhere and don't even realize it. So, I don't know what that is. So we'll pass on Facebook. Oh, I didn't get through my list yet. Look at that. Boy, I got 45 minutes and I've only got the number grandparents. Okay, $30,000 for down payment and closing cost grant. Okay, this is in North Carolina. They have a brand new thing that's not even open yet. Okay, this is a grant program to buy a house. They give you $30,000, help you buy a house, plus another $5,000 grant for closing costs. Okay, so you got $30,000 and $5,000, and it's not even available yet. But that's what you want to know, because this summer it will be available. The summer's right around the corner, and you want to be there because it's only a certain amount of money. See, these things come and go, so they're going to be gone. By the time you find out about it, it'll be gone. So that's why you have to get tuned in a little better on where they are, and watch out for these things and get there before they're gone. Just like the grants for the appliances, we talked about earlier. So that's, here's another one here, $10,000 to $50,000 for small businesses with bad credit. Now, I think I know a lot of small businesses with bad credit, and they're suffering setbacks. They're miming and lack of access to capital. Actually, I try not to use capital, because then you have to borrow it or whatever. And there's too many ways to make money in this country without having money. And so if you have to have money to make money, well, that may be a bigger hurdle than get a customer. It's easier to get a customer than it is money. So you find something you don't need money for, and do that, and just start getting a customer. Why is Blub dressed as McDonald's mascot? Is that me? Isn't the clown? Is that? I love colors and we can't follow me. Okay, great. Marilyn. What else? Oh, look at all those in there. That's right about capital. Yeah. No, and first two businesses I started failed because I started with them with get money first. Then the next two businesses that are very successful, I started without money. They're very successful. Do you have already live in North Carolina? Probably not. No. You look very dapper. Oh, thank you. G, is that how you say? Nails? Your outfit, okay. Oh, that halo looks like an angel. Yeah, I think maybe I should get horns on here instead of an angel. Yeah, maybe I love it. That's it. Okay, so that's in North Carolina. But see, what you have to do is find locally. Okay, for housing, you want to start these 7 organizations, and I could give them to you in the list. If you go back a couple of videos ago on anything to do with housing, I'll have the list and those in the description. But they're basically hud.gov/counseling is a place to do it. Is a place you want to start. Then there's another called Neighbor Works, NEIGHBORWORKS.org. Make an appointment. They're all over the country. They will help you for free. And your state, every state has a housing finance authority, and you contact them. That's 3 of them. And then you can go to findhelp.org and look under home buyers or housing, and they could help you there too, okay? Where are we now? Small business background. Oh, $5,000 for law enforcement. And we have a big law enforcement thing. Maybe it was Black Lives Matter, trying to get rid of bad cops or whatever. But they're trying to hire more policemen, and not only policemen, they're hiring police all over. Like Pennsylvania now is giving an extra $5,000 reward if you sign up to be a law enforcement, but not so much a policeman. Listen to this, like a cop on campus, or a university police, or a railroad or street railway police, or a port authority police, or a county park police. Oh, county park police sounds nice, doesn't it? Free treatment for individuals who overcome substance abuse and or for incarceration, as well as programs for people that support their journey. I mean, ex-offenders, people who have substance abuse problems. This is an epidemic in our country, so we have so many people. If you know somebody that needs help like that, go to findhelp.org and look under mental health. And if you're an ex-offender, they have that too. There's a lot of free mental health out there, a lot of free healthcare out there, but you have to work at it. You can't go to Google and expect to find it. You go to these other sources and find it there, and it's very important. And where was I? Oh, another one. For medications and medical help, dental health, or anything, also go to Needy, Needy Meds, MEDS. That's one word, needymeds.org. needymeds.org. Put in your state, that's where to find free and low cost dental care, free and low cost medical care, free and low cost mental health care, which is very important and even getting harder to get than regular care. So that's available. Grants for businesses in downtown. Okay, downtown Fort Worth is giving $50,000 for you to start a business in Fort Worth. Wow, 50,000. Washington D.C. is giving $200,000 to $1 million to people to start a business in an empty storefront. They want businesses in there, so you get free rent and $200,000. Man, you could roll the dice and find out about your idea if it's good. And that's happening all over. A friend of my son's, where he lives out in a rural area, his friend is a baker, and they give him 2 years free rent to start his bakery. You know, man, I mean, that's a step up, right, from doing anything. Grants for business downtown. Rent for your business for 1 year. That's another program. Counties offer emergency rent utilities assistance. See, rent and utilities is a big thing for people, because then you lose your home. They don't want you to lose your home. We have enough foreclosure problems right now, and homeless is one of the biggest problems in our country. So there's all kinds of programs for that, but they're not obvious, and you have to work at it, and you have to dig harder. So when you find something and you call them and they don't help, ask them where else to go, because you don't know where else to go yet, and you have to build that chain. $48,000 to start an organic vegetable farm. Who was the fellow that wanted to start a farm? A 60-something-year-old young guy? I need both of those. Wanted to start a farm. Here's $48,000, and this is from the USDA and Rural Development, rd.usda.gov. Or how about $376,000 for a children's toy manufacturer, or $18,000 for a real estate business. And this is all in Maine. But it's the national programs they get. See, so they're different in every area, and you have to check with your area. Or here's another program, $25,000 for solar lighting for your business, or $10,000 for energy upgrades for your business, or $3,000 for an energy assessment. How can I save money on my energy bill? They give you $3,000, somebody comes out, you pay them to figure out how you could save money, okay? Wow. Box Animation presents us, do you know where Chasic is? Don't know. There's a heart covering that. I can't see part of that. Whatever you're talking about. A Box Animation Production Studio. Not sure. Oh, do you know who Chasic is? No, don't know that person. Somebody's writing there in Arabic that I don't know either. Listen, I'm losing my voice, guys. I gotta hang it up, okay? And thank you so much for helping me open my heart to everybody there and trying to help you as much as I can. Remember, it's all about helping yourself. And I just want to show you the pathways for you to help yourself and find how to use these things that we have in our society. They may not be easy, but you can learn them. You learn how to drive, you learn how to ride a bicycle, you learn how to use a computer. You can learn this shit. Yeah, look at the idiots like me who did it. I flunked English in college for 3 times. And I have 2 New York Times bestsellers, so I have no credentials whatsoever. Just desire. That's what you need. You don't need credentials. You need desire. And that's the thing that makes the life go round. Oh, I had a very busy day, but it was a very enjoyable day. And I will, keeping shining light, the light way for us. Get stuck. Oh, it's so easy to get stuck in the dark. And that's why we need each other. And that's why I'm so happy that people in Let's Go help other people, because we all need help, no matter who we are. So let me help you.